All right, we've got Chance Potts here with Livxfit. And at Livxfit, one of our fundamental things, or I guess I should say foundational elements, is community.
Right.
How, in general terms, would you define a community?
Well, quite simply, it starts with us as the individual. We all make up the community. And then it steps into the next layer, which is going to be those that are most intimate to us. Growing up, it's going to be those that raise us, that have a tremendous influence on who we become, both good and bad. Then it would branch into the people, still that are family, that are close to us, such as our spouse, our kids. And again, those most intimate that are going to define who we are today and who we still are, developing into. So individual, family. The next layer would be our friends, and these are people that we share common interests with. This could be people we choose to influence. They choose to influence us. We have common values, and then we would branch into the local community. And in the local community, it would be our workplace. It could be school. It could be CrossFit. Which we could have family and friends in CrossFit. Clearly we do. Most of us are very fortunate to have that. But there's going to be many relationships within CrossFit that we're going to share those common interests within that local community. We all have a lot of commonality in what we bring to CrossFit. And last, it's going to be the greater community. And these are going to be people that we do come into contact with at times. They're watching us. We may not know that. We may see them and may even be oblivious to how they influence us or how we might influence them.
All right, so now that we've kind of given a general definition of community, really what makes community so important?
Well, maybe beyond the obvious. We all know we're a part of community, but maybe we're not as aware of how important the influences are to and from, both that we give and that we receive within our communities, and so or within our community. Specifically CrossFit. Where we are, and we spend so much time. We spend energy, intensity, focus. We give everything we have, and we're in this community together. And in this community, we build one another up. We're there to strengthen one another. As athletes, we share in the grind. We share in the challenges and the adversity that we put in front of us. We purposely go out and we put this in front of us. And so we have those common interests that, as I mentioned, in just defining community. And it defines who we are. It helps shape who we are. We sharpen one another as athletes as we compete. We try to help each other grow. So CrossFit, just by itself, is such a powerful community that's one of the reasons it's so important, is that we recognize the place that community has in this place that we are trying to become fit. It's not all just about fitness. That's a big part of what CrossFit is. At Livxfit, we want it to be a lot more than just fitness, and we know that it is a lot more.
So finally, how does community tie into what we're trying to do at Livxfit?
Honestly, that's where, this is exciting. It's powerful. We think we can have an impact when we're, training and becoming stronger and becoming faster and increasing our work capacity. We can do all those things, and we can do those things together, and we can share in those interests, and we can grow. We can go to battle together in a sense of how we feel that, when we're in the WOD or in a competition or in the games that are coming up right now. What we do here, what we want to focus on here at Livxfit, is we want to bring an awareness to the importance of community, the relationships that we have, the importance of building one another up. What we do here intentionally in the CrossFit box, what we do here, we know it's powerful. Sometimes we don't really make it as literal as it should be. We don't really think through it and understand the importance of it. And so what we want to do is we want to take this awareness to how important community is, how our relationships do strengthen one another, and how we can pick each other up. And we want to take that and use it in the other very important areas of our life. We want to make our marriages stronger in that relationship, in those intimate relationships. we don't want to lose it just in fitness. We want to be able to take the awareness of community, the awareness of the influences that we bring, the intensity, the focus, the time. What if we gave that same intensity? What if we gave that same focus? What if I gave that same focus to my wife at night, in the evenings, or to my kids when I'm spending time with them? Am I distracted? Or am I distracted at CrossFit? Honestly, I'm not distracted at CrossFit. When I come in there, I am focused. I am laser focused. I am there to do one thing, and that is to perform at my absolute best. If I could just do that one thing, be intentional, take the awareness of all these great things that come from CrossFit, from training as an athlete and as coaches, what we can do, to help people learn this within the box, and then help them to take it outside the box, to make life that much better, to make it that much more meaningful, to get not only great fitness results, but to get great life results.